Hi, my name is Erik Samdahl. I run filmjabber.com, and today I'm going to be talking with you about Star Trek. First of all, this is my first ever YouTube video. I'm almost excited, other than the fact that had I started doing this a couple years ago, I might be rich and famous, or at least would have a lot more people coming to my website than do currently. That being said, here I am with my poorly lit backdrop, which is my window, and we're going to begin talking about Star Trek. J.J. Abrams rebooted the franchise, blah blah blah. You guys have all heard the story 20 times over by now, considering the movie's been out for a week, but it's a very successful reboot. I give Abrams props. I mean, this guy just has a gold finger. I mean, Lost is one of the best TV shows ever. Alias, for its first couple seasons, was pretty awesome. Mission Impossible 3 is probably one of the most underrated movies of the last several years. Had Tom Cruise not decided to jump on a couch a month or two before that movie opened, he probably would have gotten better acclaim for it than J.J. Abrams, that is. So with Star Trek, it's a really good movie. I mean, it's glossy, visually more impressive than any of the Star Trek movies before it, including the recent ones. It definitely has more of a Star Wars feel to it. It's much more exciting, much more vibrant. It's pretty funny. You know, you really can't complain about what Abrams has done for this franchise. I mean, he's essentially breathed new life into it. I mean, that's about all that can be said. You know, I haven't heard many negative comments, or at least negative overall reactions from it. I have friends, including all of my female friends, who want to see it or have seen it and have been excited to do so, which, I mean, I can't think of the last time anyone was really excited for a Star Trek movie, let alone women. Just for background, I am a Star Trek fan. I definitely am not a Trekkie or a Trekker, however you want to call it. I've seen most of the shows, I've seen all the movies. Star Trek 6 and Star Trek 2 are some of my favorites. I watch them quite frequently. However, I don't know the schematics of the Enterprise. I don't know the names of individual episodes. And, you know, I generally try to run away when I see a group of Klingons and Starfleet cadets walking down a dark alley. But overall, a great movie. You know, it does have some flaws. I think the decision to deal with time travel as much as they did was a mistake. Star Trek has dealt with time travel so much, and it sort of just gets old after a while. At the same time, I see why they did it, so they could explain this alternate universe to not piss off all the fans. I don't really know if that was even worth doing. Leonard Nimoy's involvement, while cool, I think they build him into the story surprisingly more so than I was expecting. I thought it was just going to be a cameo role, and he actually has a full part in it. I guess at the same time, though, this is a movie for this new cast, new story, new director, and Nimoy almost seems to get too much presence. That, you know, he just sort of seems like a scapegoat to complain or to explain away elements of the story without letting the characters discover it themselves. That being said, you know, minor details. I think the one big issue with Star Trek is it moves fast. It moves at a great speed. It almost feels a little too rushed at times. In terms of story development, I mean, it skips over pretty much all of Starfleet Academy, which, you know, maybe was important to get to the real brunt of the story. At the same time, you know, can I say, you know, it seems like they sort of just wanted to get right to the action without as much development as they could have gotten. I think the one real lacking bit is the villain. Eric Bana plays, I mean, he's a good actor. He plays his role well, but it's just a pissed off Romulan with you know, a revenge plot, essentially. There's no real complication to him. He never comes off as particularly strategic, which is fine, again, but I don't know, I was hoping for a little more Kirk Nero battle at the end, something a little more strategic, something a little more, you know, where you see them going head to head and working against each other. Is, you know, just sort of lacking in that department. I think, you know, bottom line though, Star Trek, very good movie. I've said that several times already, I realize. And you know, it's a great reboot of the franchise, and it lays the stage for several other movies to come, I'm sure. So hopefully the next one, you know, they'll focus a little more on creating a more dynamic villain who can keep up with Kirk pace for pace. As for whether that villain should be Khan, which there's been rumors about, I'm a little hesitant about them redoing any of that. Why not just create a new villain and have it be that? And that is all for my Star Trek review. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Welcome to hear suggestions. Go to filmjabber.com, click on the contact us, let me know, or go to the Star Trek page from my site and leave a comment.